Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Virgo for the rest of June. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you. See what's coming forward for you as we take a look at the mid-June update. We'll go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. Do hope things are going well for you, Virgo. Hope things are good as always. All right. I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have your card. You have the Hermit. So this is the Virgo card, as you can see here in the tarot. And the Hermit is all about kind of trying to find the answers from within, finding the answers. Some of you may be doing some like soul searching or trying to reach for some type of answer to a situation right now in your life. This can be about trying to find a connection to something even. I have a feeling that some of you are like soul searching or you're looking for something here. I also like that this is your energy on the bottom. Okay, so I feel like at this time you are front and center. I think some of you are putting your needs here first, and let's see what this might be around. Now I would say that also the Hermit card can indicate like just wisdom generally. Okay, you might be somebody who is quite wise in a particular topic. You could say that the Hermit is in some respects like a master of something, and some of you may be even like trying to learn something, right, as well. So you may be going back to school, or you may be picking up a course, or trying to learn something. So I think you're doing a bit of like knowledge seeking or soul searching, or you're searching for something here, and this is your own journey. This is your journey, right, that you are kind of on right now, and that's okay. It's sort of like a solo energy, but let's go ahead and let's see how this energy fits into the rest of the reading here. So definitely like what I see. Based on this reading so far, there is like a sort of a snag in the road here for you, Virgo, but you will definitely work through it, and I think that you can draw on past experiences, your wisdom here, to deal with this. So let me break this down. In the middle of the reading, you do have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so the Seven of Swords, it is a card that indicates deception in the tarot. I don't hold back when I see this card. This is like my least favorite card in the tarot, but it's here for a reason, right? And every tarot card has a reason and a meaning. And the Seven of Swords, it can indicate deception. You may feel like somebody hurt you in some way. I've seen this card come forward a lot for people in like workplace scenarios where there's like gossiping, or there's somebody who's like trying to stir the pot in some way. The Seven of Swords, it can also mean like it's like sort of like a backstabbing type of energy. But you may also suggest, or I may also suggest that you could look at the Seven of Swords as a card of strategy as well, and that's the kind of the more positive way of looking at the Seven of Swords. Is this person had to have a game plan or a strategy before they kind of made off with the swords, before they stole the swords. So, but in a reading like this, I would say this is more about you finding something out about someone, to be real with you here, because of this first column, and I'll talk about that more as we go along. But I think that there was a challenging energy with in connection to another person here, as you have the Seven of Swords in the middle, and you're now trying to find answers here with the Hermit card on the bottom, with your energy on the bottom, searching for something after you've learned something out. I also think that, as I talked about learning, I do think you're learning something from this experience. So let me break this down even more. You have the Three of Cups, the Temperance card, and the Magician in the first column. Now, here's the thing. So the Three of Cups, Seven of Swords is a challenging combination in the tarot. The Three of Cups, it does connect to your social circle or other people around you in your life. The Three of Cups on its own is a very, very positive card in that the people here are celebrating, they're dancing, they're having a good time. But we have to blend the meanings, right? We have to blend the meanings of the cards here. And to start off with Three of Cups, Seven of Swords, Hermit, to me, this would suggest that you have recently potentially found something out about someone, um, and you have now separated yourself from this person here with the Hermit card on the bottom. Again, this is nines in the tarot, I found, are more like solo energies, okay? Meaning that you're kind of on your own when you're at the nine in the tarot. And you have this here with the Hermit. Also, the Hermit is on its own journey to seek knowledge or to do some soul searching type of energy here. So I think you found something out about someone and you have decided to remove yourself from that person or that situation. And this is probably going to end up benefiting you in some way here, okay? And whether this person is romantic or not romantic, it's hard to say. You know, seeing here, we do have a Cups card, okay? The Three of Cups being an important card in this interpretation. But other than that, you know, this could be a business situation. This could be, like a business dealing that didn't go right, or, you know, maybe a family situation here, something along these lines. But more so, we have the Temperance card here. Temperance card is about healing from a situation, okay? And your situation turning around in some way. So when you get the Temperance energy with a reading like this, I do think that there is an opportunity to heal and grow from whatever went on here, okay? With this Three of Cups, Seven of Swords energy. And I would say that the Temperance card, it also indicates balance and harmony. And I think in this case, the balance and harmony that you are striking is from within. So I like this for you. You then have the Magician. If you notice, both of these cards sort of indicate creation or alchemy here. You can see that the person here is combining, the Temperance Angel is combining elements in the cauldron. They're creating something. They're doing alchemy. You then here have the Magician. This person has all of these tools on the table and they're making something as well. And in a certain way, more so I should say, the Magician is about manifestation. And so I think that you can turn this situation into something that benefits you, okay? I think you can learn something from this situation. I know that's maybe strange to hear when you go through maybe a backstabbing situation, but I think that you are making the best out of a challenging event that may have happened here. The Magician says that you have the skills that you need to manifest or to create something. And I think what's really nice is, as you have separated yourself from this person, that you are creating a new path for yourself. You're making something out of it, okay, is what I'm trying to say here. You are probably going to be put on a healthier, or maybe healthy is not the right word, a more successful path here because of the influence of some of these cards. Now, in the middle, you have the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So notice how we have Knight, Page, and Queen of Swords. Okay, so all of these, we have 3 of the 4 court cards in the suit of swords. Doesn't happen very often. This is, the odds are decently low to pull all 3 of these out of the deck in the original 9 cards here. So on one hand, certainly this could be an air sign, right? Just like a really basic interpretation could be like, okay, this might have been an air sign, but really there's something else that's going on here, which is the Knight of Swords can indicate destructive energy, okay? It can indicate destructive energy, or it can be an energy of something happening very, very quickly, all right? When you get the Knight of Swords, it means potentially that you or another person acted in haste. And I think seeing as, I'm kind of like on your side here, I think it's likely to be that the other person acted in haste here, and you found something out, right? They maybe took an action here that was short-sighted. And I would say with this Knight of Swords, this is probably the result of, this event that took place connected to this Knight of Swords is probably what resulted in you separating from this person, okay? Yeah, something happened very quickly here. Something happened very quickly here with this Knight of Swords energy, especially as we look at this 7 as well. But what's good for you is, as I see the 7 of Pentacles here as well, the 7 of Pentacles, it can indicate a shift in direction, which is kind of like where I was going from in this reading the entire time, right? So we see that something painful happened here. You found something out. Some event happened very quickly. You're now on this like path to healing, this road to healing. And also the 7 of Pentacles says that your direction will change as a result of this. And again, I think that this is going to end up being like extremely beneficial to you. Now, in the final column, you do have the World, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Swords here, okay? Now, I said that there's potentially going to be realignment towards a new direction, and that direction will be successful. And the reason I say that is you have the World here. The World can bring pretty big success into one's life. All right, and typically around the closure of something or around a cycle, like closing out, you could say, when you see the World's energy. All right, and the other thing is this does indicate certainty here as well. So I think that whatever happened here with the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Cups, this idea of like you finding something out, maybe some like secrets that were kept, or maybe, I don't know, backstabbing, cheating, pick one, right? Whatever challenging energy you have gone through connected to another person, this was actually a blessing in disguise. And I'm not saying that it didn't hurt. It certainly hurt. It was painful, emotionally painful. But the World says that there's certainty that this event is over and that this situation is going to be resolved here for you and that you are going to move on to a more successful path. Page of Swords can be a difficult person, and the Queen of Swords, I think, is also your energy here. I know you're not an air sign, but in this case, I'm saying that you are both the Hermit and the Queen of Swords in this case, and that you are closing the door very strongly and firmly with this person, okay? Because you feel the need to separate based on what happened here. All right, let's try to get some additional details. This is a very specific reading, but let's go ahead and move into the clarifications portion of this reading. We'll take these cards that popped out. We'll start off by pulling some oracle messages here, and then we'll also clarify the original 9 cards by pulling some more cards. Okay. On the bottom, you have Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. The Hermit is kind of doing this as well. You have kind of like 2 similar energies here on the bottom. Self-reflection, soul-searching, and, you know, many times we move into that sort of like energy, this idea of like soul searching or reflecting after we go through maybe something challenging or painful, or we go through like a major rite of passage or a milestone in our life. And I think that this is certainly on the table for some of you here. So let's take a look at these 2 cards. These are really nice energies for you. You have Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved, as well as Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Okay, be open to healing information. I'm looking at this Medicine Guardian and I'm feeling like there could be a spiritual practitioner that could help you at this time, okay? And this would be like you going and getting a reading from somebody. I don't do personal readings, so don't get scammed. I will never message you for a personal reading, but some of you may connect to the right like spiritual practitioner, or if you're dealing with an injury or illness, as this does say medicine, you may connect to the right doctor or health practitioner to help you through something. Okay, but I do think that there is support available for you in all areas during this time. And this idea of love and let yourself be loved as you maybe find something out here about somebody. Let's see what else. You have Stag, Trust and Thrive, as well as Broken Arrow, Embrace the Energy of Peace. You can create, you know what I'm coming to here? The idea that I'm coming to here with this Broken Arrow is forgiveness, okay? And I want to remind you, you probably already know this, but forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. So you can choose to forgive a person and also not allow them back into your life, which with this Queen of Swords here and this idea of you going on your own or separating here, I can see. I can see that happening, okay? Yes, I can see you forgiving somebody but not letting them back into your life. You then have Druid, hold the space. Wow, hold the space. People have a hard time holding space for others and also holding space for themselves. And this is a very poignant message in this reading, as you're also looking at this idea of taking time to reflect, doing some soul searching, finding the answers from within, creating inner wisdom. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and let's clarify the original 9 cards by pulling some more tarot cards here. We'll move into the tarot clarifications. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well. All right, let's see what we have going on for you here, Virgo. All right. You have Temperance once again. You have the Magician once again in the same column. Interesting. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. All right. So, where do you see yourself as a result of this event that happened? Where do you see yourself as a result of this event that happened? Because if there's one piece of advice that I could give you based on this reading, is you have an incredible ability right now to sort of mold your future. Okay? You have an incredible ability to sort of visualize something and actually have it come in for you. And I'm saying this because you have both the Temperance card and the Magician twice in the same column. All right? And the Ace of Swords says a new beginning or a triumph in your life that is coming in. And this is after something that's challenging in this case, with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups. So you have amazing sort of like creation, manifestation, alchemist type of energy here. And so my biggest advice is like, do you have a vision? Where do you want to go from here? Because it's almost like pick a point on the map, you can be there, okay? Or create a vision in your mind and you can have it with this type of energy. And so this is going to require you to get in the right space for this to happen, but it can absolutely happen as a result of whatever went on here. Okay? You then have the Three of Wands, the Page of Swords again, while we're getting a lot of double confirmations here, and the Chariot. Okay, so with the Three of Wands, it does feel like Three of Wands with the Knight of Swords is actually kind of nice. This is why we clarify, I originally kind of explained that there may have been, somebody may have took an action, a destructive action, or somebody may have acted in haste, and it led to you learning about this, like, situation that was challenging, this backstabbing or whatever, this deception type energy. But now as I'm looking at this with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Wands, it's possible here that some of you are going to quickly expand into something as I look at these cards. And so what I mean by that is, I think that some of you are going to sort of like have an aha moment. Okay, I think you're going to take some time to kind of search for answers, to seek wisdom, to hold space for yourself. And in the process of doing that, you are going to have an aha moment, and you're quickly going to expand into something here with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah. I think that this is also a very important part of this reading, which there definitely seems like there's a big pull or a big recommendation here for you to hold space and for you to take some time to do some soul searching, find the answers, because in going through that process, you are going to grow and expand into something. And it may happen quickly here with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Wands. It's what seems to be showing up. Page of Swords, it's just that it can be just a challenging energy when you get the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, it depends on the reading, right? Like sometimes this may mean that you have a high intellect or that you're a good communicator. But in a reading like this can be the opposite energy in that there could be delays. There could also be somebody who's just very challenging to communicate with, right? So there was even maybe news here, that any page can represent news. So you really did find something out here. We're getting more and more confirmations of this. You then have the Chariot, which says that I really like the direction that you're going towards. I think you're making the best out of a challenging situation here. And I think that you're kind of doing all of the right things here, because the Chariot can talk about like victory as well, and it can talk about going somewhere new. You have this with a change in direction of the Seven of Pentacles. I also think we have like multiple sevens. Yeah, 777. The Chariot's number 7. So I would take a look. I would be on the lookout for the angel number 777 as well during this time. And that's also like a high vibe number in that it can see you really connecting to spirituality, which I think could be very strong for you here based on these oracle cards as well. All right, you have the Two of Swords, you have the Hermit again, and the Page of Wands. Okay, very clear message here. I want to say with the Page of Swords, with the Hermit falling on the Page of Swords and having the Page of Swords twice, I think that you should really take as much time as you need to process things. Okay, here, I really think you should take as much time as you need. But this is a very clear message that you have a difficult choice to make here with the Two of Swords in the world, around closing out a chapter with someone or connected to something. Okay. And I think that you will end up going through with that. I think that you will end up closing a chapter out. And this will bring some new excitement into your life after you get through the initial, grieving stage, whatever you want to call it, grieving stage, or you get through the events. This will bring some new excitement into your life here as you have the Page of Wands. On the bottom, you have the Queen of Wands as well. Yeah, courage, confidence, and honestly, being the best version of yourself, not trying to be other people. The Queen of Wands is authentic. So making an authentic choice for yourself. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go ahead and move into the Kipper cards and see what is in the Kipper energies for you here, Virgo. All right. So you have official person, you have toil and labor, you have courthouse, lovers, distant horizons, and child. Yeah, there may be like, thing is with the courthouse, it can indicate obviously, yeah, adjudication, wow. Oh man, I'm thinking like, I normally don't bring this stuff into a reading here, but I'm thinking like maybe child custody energy here, something along these lines with courthouse, adjudication, and child. Or some, if there isn't a family situation involved here, there may be something connected to like divorce, separation, or there may be settlement energy here in some way, okay, that's going on for you. Yeah, and this may have a romantic connection in some way here with the lovers. Here's the deal with Pathway and Distant Horizons. The universe is really trying to align you to something that is better for you, generally. Generally, in this situation, the universe is trying to put you onto a better path. Distant Horizons may be 1 to 3 months in the future. Pathway may be 3 to 6 months in the future. Try not to get hung up on the timing. These two cards say that the future is bright and that this is part of your dharma. This is the experience that you're having here, going back to the original, or the start of the reading here. You are soul searching, you're finding experiences, you're creating wisdom. This is what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.